Today, Friday, the 10th of January 2025, we have some handpicked match predictions to share with you, which will be backed up by some stats and analytics to help you make your picks in the list to boost your winning by a greater percent. And of course, to those of you who want to have access to our handpick event, especially the games we share to members only, then you want to make sure to become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan to start to have access to all of these features with huge odd game predictions to take your winning to the next height. To those of you who want to join, you can access the link below this video, select Level 2 Pro plan or Level 3 Master plan and start to have access to these features to take your winning to the next height. But before we proceed to games of today, I have a quick announcement to make. If you come here to the front page of our channel here, on this home tab section, you can see there is home and video. If you visit the home tab section, you're going to see that we provide match predictions to our members only, and based on corner kick match prediction events, as well as 1.5 and 2.5 goal match predictions and other prediction events. To those of you who want to access our handpick event we share to members only, then you want to make sure to join the Level 2 Pro plan to start to have access to our handpicked match prediction events which we share to members only. Members of the Level 2 Pro plan will also have access to some game match tutorial like corner kick strategy tutorial, bet win strategy to make consistent winning, as well as other tutorials such as never seen soccer match betting strategy, which of course you have never seen before. We have this particular video tutorial which members of the Level 2 Pro plan can start to watch by joining the Level 2 Pro plan. Watch this tutorial and improve your skill to start to make consistent win. And also, we have also published a video which it is a tutorial 25-minute long, game changer corner strategy being revealed. This strategy revealed our top secret website and strategy we use to predict corner kick to make consistent win, as we have shared several bet tickets with you with win in terms of corner kicks. To those of you who want to join to watch this particular strategy, then of course you must become a member of the Level 3 Master Plan. There are other related video to the Level 3 Master Plan, which are corner, that is goals match prediction strategy, as well as straight win match prediction strategy, which will reveal some website to you to help you pick your games and include in your slip for more wins. Also, at the same time, if you come to this video tab here, you are going to see that recently we have just published a video which we would like you to watch. We have titled it 5 Hidden Sofascore Tips to Win More Bets. And of course, this is very relevant. You want to locate this particular video tutorial, go ahead to watch it and reveal the 5 secret tips which we have unveiled for you to watch and start to benefit using this particular tutorial we have mentioned here. And that being said, of course, we are now coming to the first event of our today's list. So before we proceed to the first game of today, we first of all want to share the match predictions result of yesterday. So we want to say congratulations based on the events we shared for register huge wins. And I will go ahead to share with you the event of yesterday. So let's look at yesterday's event. So looking at yesterday's event, all were successful. So congratulations based on yesterday's event. You can see event of yesterday, we had 7 games match predictions. All of it were successful. And looking at the first, we looked at Saudi Arabia in the professional league. We looked at Anas against Agdot. We looked at the home to win and also the possibility of at least 1.5 goal or 2 goals over. It was successful with 4 goals and the home team leading. The next was in the Turkish Cup, as you can see here. We looked at Fenerbahce and the home team, Fenerbahce to win and also at least 1.5 goals or 2 goals over. It was also successful. The next was in the Super League Cup of Spain. We looked at Real Madrid to lead and also at least 1.5 goals in full time. It was successful with Real Madrid scoring 3 goals. The next was in the England Cup. We looked at Everton against Peterborough. At least 1.5 goal in full time or Everton to lead. It was successful. The next was Fulham and Watford. It was also successful. Fulham leading and also at least 5 goals were scored The next was in the Scotland, in the Premiership. We looked at Rangers and Dante, and we said at least 1.5 goals in full time. It ended as 2 goals. It was successful. Lastly, we also look at Rangers to have at least 3.5 or 4 corner kick in full time, and you can see that Rangers had 7 corner kicks. As you can see here, it was also very successful. So all the events were very successful. So congratulations. And today we have another to share with you. So now looking at today's event, let's look at the first match prediction pick. Looking at the first event, we are looking at Bangladesh in the Premier League, the match between Bashundara Kings against Fakirerpool YMC. For this event, the performance of the home, as you can see, have proved that based on recent events they have had, they are very offensive in terms of goal scoring 3 to 5 goals in each event recently. Its opponent, on the other hand, is also a good conceding team. As you can see, they concede a lot of goals. And looking at the recent performance in terms of stats by the home and the away by form comparison, the home have proved that, of course, they are good striking team. They have had 3 games recently at home with 2 wins, scoring 12 goals and conceding 2. That's a very good offense and good defense. But that of the away in terms of recent games they have had proved that the defensive line is not very good and the striking power is also not good. And looking here at everything in place, we want to look at 2 major picks in full time. For this particular event, the performance of the home have proved to be more offensive. And since the offensive power of the home is very tough and the defensive line of the away is not good, we are looking at the home to take advantage of the weak defense of the opponent to lead in full time, and as well as the possibility of 1.5 goal to occur in this match in full time or 2 goals over. Looking at the next, we'll look at Scotland in the Lowland League, a match between Hapoel against Gala. Fairydean. In this event, the home team have proved to be offensive recently, scoring 5 and 2 goals in each event. That of its opponent, on the other hand, is also a scoring team, but they do concede as much as well. And looking at the recent head-to-head which they met, Had B play at the way, it lead by 5-1. This time, Had B is coming home and is still maintain a good form. Looking at the stand comparison, in terms of form based on recent event they have Had B at home proved here that, of course, the recent game played in terms of offense is not that very offensive. But of course, the recent 2 games they have played, which we have shared with you, prove that they have performed good in terms of the recent game they have just had, as you can see here, based on the recent event, scoring 5 goals, as you can see, and 2 goals here. This time, the defense line of the away, as you can see here, proved that the defensive lineup is not very tough. As you can see, Gala, you can see 10 goals as a conceding power. They do score as well 12. And looking here at everything in place, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, of course, the home team recently have performed greatly in terms of goal scoring. Its opponent also have do perform, scoring at least 2 goals in some event. And this time, both of these 2 want to impress. So we are looking at least 1.5 goals to occur in this match in full time or 2 goals over. Looking at the next, we'll look at Myanmar in the National League, Dagon Port against Dagon. For this event, the performance of the home have proved to be very conceding. The defensive line is very weak, conceding up to 5, 3, and 7 goals in each event. Its opponent, on the other hand, is better in terms of the offensive line, scoring 2 goals, 1 goal, and 2 goals based on recent event they have had. Looking at the head-to-head they have met most of the time, you can see most recent event in the NL, 6 goals were scored between the 2, with Dagon leading by 4-2. This time, of course, Dagon is going away, and looking at the stand performance of these, you're going to see that based on form, the way Dagon proved here that, of course, the offensive line is good. Scoring 9 goals in 5 events is a good performance. That of the home, in terms of the offense and defense, you're going to see that the defensive line of Dagon Port, that is the offensive line of Dagon Port, which is the home, is very weak in terms of defense, and the offense is average. And looking here at everything in place, we want to look at 2 major picks in full time. For this particular event, of course, the performance of Dagon, the away, proved to be offensive. And since the defensive line of the home is very weak in terms of recent gameplay they have had, and also with an average performance in terms of goal scoring, we are looking at both of the 2 sides to impress. Since the away team will try to score due to the weak defense of the home also want to try every possibility to have goal as well. So goals probability is one of the best options we want to look at. That is 1.5 going full time or 2 goals over. Looking at the next here, we are looking at Bangladesh in the Premier League. We are looking at Dhaka Wanderers against Brothers. For this event, the home have proved to be very conceding recently, conceding 6 goals and 3 goals in each event recently they have had. Its opponent, on the other hand, is a good striking team, scoring 3 goals recently and 1 goal as well. Looking at the recent head-to-head, they have met Brothers played at away and the lead by 8 goals is to 0. This time they are coming again to meet. And looking at the stand performance comparison in terms of the home and the away, Brothers, which is the away, as you can see here, recently they have proved that the offensive line is not very tough, but based on the most recent event they have had, the scoring capacity was great. That of the home, Brothers instead proved to be very good at home, as you can see here, and that of the defense line of the home team, Dhaka, is very weak in terms of defense. The defensive line is very weak and want to look at Brothers to take advantage of that weak defense of the home. So we are looking at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, the recent head-to-head, they met Brothers lead by 8 is to 0. That is, this time, was because the defensive line of the home was very weak. This time, the defensive line of the home team is still maintaining a very weak defensive line. So want to look at Brothers to take advantage of that weak defensive line to still score as much goals. So we are looking at goals probability, at least 1.5 going full time or 2 goals over, as well as 2.5 goals in this event in full time. Looking at the next, we'll look at Israel in the Liga Aleph South, Tira against Hapoel Herzliya. For this event, of course, we are looking at the home team. They are good at offense. In terms of recent event, they have had scoring 2 goals in each event. The opponent as well, on the other hand, is a good offensive team as well, scoring 2 goals, and 1 goal. The recent head-to-head which they met, Hapoel Herzliya lead by 3 to 0. This time, of course, looking at the stand comparison in terms of form by the home and the away game played, the home, of course, being the home, you can see that Hapoel, as you can see, Tira, based on the home game played, proved that the defensive line is not very tight with a weak defense. The away team, on the other hand, which is Hapoel, as you can see here, based on the away game play, you're going to see that Hapoel, in a way, also the defensive line is not very tight. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at 2 major picks in full time. For this particular event, both of the 2-side defensive line are not tight based on home and away game play. And since their defense are not tight with an average offense, we are looking at the fact that they will take advantage of each other weak defense. So we are looking at least 1.5 goal to occur in this match in full time. Looking at the next, we'll look at Saudi Arabia in the Premier League women. A match between Eastern Flames women against Hilal women. These two are very conceding, especially the home, with a very weak defensive lines, conceding 4 and 6 goals in each event. Hilal, on the other hand, is also a good conceding team as well, and they do perform in some events. Looking at the recent head-to-head, they met Hilal play at home and lead by 4 to 0. This time, both of the 2 sides are still weak in defense, and Hilal is just average at offense. And looking at the form in terms of the home, you're going to see that the home, based on home game play, shows that the defensive line is very weak, conceding up to 17 goals for just 5 events. But that of its opponent, Al Hilal women, based on the way, proved that they are better in terms of goal scoring, even though the defense as well is weak. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, the defensive line of the home especially is very weak. And since the offense of the away team proved to be better in terms of recent gameplay they have had, we are looking at it to take advantage of that very weak defense of the home. And since the away also defense line is not very tough, the home might also want to impress. So we are looking at goals probability. 1.5 goal in full time. 2.5 goals in full time. These are the 2 major picks for this particular event. And to those of you who want to have access to a hand pick event, especially corner kick match prediction events, as well as goals match pick for this coming weekend, of course, Saturday and Sunday, with huge leads of odds to take your winning to the next height, then of course you want to make sure to join either the level 2 pro plan or level 3 master plan to have access to these features to take your winning to the next height. To those of you who choose to join the level 3 master plan, of course, you're going to have access to some tutorials which will reveal to you our top secret site, which we use to find games, especially corner kicks, as well as match predictions for goals and straight wins to take your winning to the next height. And if you want to watch the video directly based on the corner kick strategy event tutorial, as well as that for straight win and goals probability, I'll put the link below this video. so that you can click directly on it, navigate and watch the video directly. And do not also forget to make sure that you watch the video tutorials we have mentioned, which is free, the 5 hidden Sofascore features which you can use to benefit from it. So good luck and see you again in the next upload, and bye bye for now.